All right, so these are actually her words from the post. Am I the asshole for not giving my husband my escape money when I saw that we were financially struggling? I'm a 34-year-old female, have recently ran into a situation with my husband who's a 37-year-old male, and I'm curious about if I am the asshole here or not. So me and my husband have been together for 8 years, married for 7. When I got married, my mother came to me privately and talked about setting aside money as a rainy day escape fund if worse came to worse. My husband has never showed any signs of being dangerous and rarely even gets upset, but the way my mother talked about it, it seemed like a no-brainer to have. When me and my husband, I really don't like that. When my husband and I got together, we agreed I would be a stay at home wife. We are both child free, so that was never a concern. My husband made a comfortable mid six figure salary. All was good until about 2 years ago. He was injured at work in a near fatal accident. Between hospital bills and a lawsuit that we lost that ate up nearly all of our savings, I took a part time job while my husband was recovering. But when he fully recovered, we transitioned back into me being unemployed as my husband insisted that it was his role to provide. He currently is working 2 full-time jobs and Ubers on his off days to keep us afloat. Here is where I might be the asshole. I do all of the
Sound like he's a awesome dude, and he has a woman who's conflicting with herself off being an asshole when she's far way worse than an asshole. Um, I think having a nest egg is something you should have, even for both men and women. Um, we're gonna get back into the story, but I'll say the rest of my thoughts for a little bit later.
expense management and have continued to put money into my escape account, although I significantly decreased from 750 a month to just 200 a month. My husband came home exhausted one night and asked about downsizing because the stress of work was going to kill him. I told him downsizing would not be an option as I had spent many years making our house a home and offered to go back to work. He tried to be nice, but basically told me that me going back to work wouldn't make enough. After an argument, my husband went through our finances to see where we could cut back. He was confused when he saw that I had regular occurring withdrawals leading back years and asked me about it. I broke down and revealed my money to him,
Wow.
My money.
which now sits at about 47,000. After I told him all this, he just broke down sobbing. His point of view is that I treated him like a predator and hid money from him for years, even when he was at his lowest. I told him that the money was a precaution I would have taken with any partner and not specific to him. He left the house to stay with his brother and said, I heard him on every possible level, but my mom says this is exactly what the money is for and should bail now.
I hate.
So this is wow. This woman allowed her husband to do all the work. She stayed home. He wanted that for the relationship. He wanted that for the family. And power to that man. He also brings his checks home to this woman as another stage of security and allow her to be the financial representative of the house, meaning she pays the bills, she take care of all of, like I don't want to say a secretary, but somebody who actually is better than the secretary, the financier around the house. Um and with that power that she had or have, someone who has like power of eternity, somebody who's over your who's your financer, they can um put a couple dollars aside without you knowing because you trust in them so much that you're not necessarily watching what they're doing with the money. And this is why some rich people have these issues where they just dumping all the money in the system and hoping that they people do everything they're supposed to be doing. You leave anybody to their cognizance with your finances. Anybody, in my opinion, they are not going to make always the best choices. There are some cases where it doesn't happen, but if you're not accounting where all your money is going and delegating that money to who's supposed to have it and seeing and matching all these different things, somebody's going to get cut short. So within this relationship with her and him, the clearly she was brought up and with a mother who instilled nothing but fear, and she took that fear and put it in any relationship that she said she would be in, especially when she found a great person. And to you know and this ain't me saying it, she's saying it, she's saying she has no fear with him, but everything that she does, she moves on a fear basis. So I would have, yeah, it's immediately divorce. You got $47,000, in which, like you said, your mama said it, girl, you gonna be single like me one day. You better put something aside, and you better not get it. And then if y'all married, that money is still his. The money is still his. Half of it is still his. So you can't just run off of 47,000 and think you can put it to the side. And then we struggling. I'm struggling, busting my ass for this family, and I'm down bad. I hurt myself at work, and you didn't have a heart enough to even come to me and say, "Look, I put this money to the side, and this is what we need to do. Like, I don't care about no nest egg or this and this." And you could have finessed it in a way where you could have said, "This, I put this to the side for us. I didn't really want to tell you. I just put it to the side just in case something happened like this. And here, let's get back on our feet. And I'm going to continue to do this in the future just in case something else happens like this once we get on our feet." But she waits till he finds out about it because he's not understanding where this money is going and why they can't afford certain things. And if this dude got two jobs, she did suggest to go to work, but come on, this is ridiculous. And this is the generation that's being taught these different things. You got women teaching women to be malicious towards men who supposed to give their all and die with no results. It's just work, kill yourself for other people. And they really think that men are supposed to do that, when men now are not seeing it beneficiary to get married at this point, because every time you turn around somebody, it's the short end of the stick that goes to the men, whether it's a divorce, whether it's the kids, whether it's the house, whether it's alimony. Men have usually, in the majority, have to dish out the money to take care of these things towards people who either cheated, ungrateful, bored, just tired of the situation, unhappy. Come on. I truly hope he got rid of that woman. Um, the mama was super wrong for this situation. This is a sad scenario. Hey, it is what it is. But this was Men Amongst Men. I appreciate everybody for watching. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Um, and remember, sometimes common sense ain't that common. And we out.